Welcome to the Digital Pakistan Breakfast on behalf of the Pathfinder Group and VRG. I'd like to welcome everybody. Our chief guest couldn't be here, or it might be delayed because the Prime Minister had to cancel an event and he had to take his place. So unfortunately, either he'll be severely delayed or won't be able to make it. So he sends his apologies. These things happen at Davos all the time. That's been happening all day, yesterday and today as well. But that's just the nature of the forum. Anyway, on behalf of the Pathfinder Group, I welcome everybody, and particularly I'd like to welcome Maria Basso. We're delighted to have you. She's the head of AI applications and impact at the World Economic Forum. A relatively new group, but one that has become critical to the future of both the forum of AI and the future of where the forum is going as well. So I know, Maria, there are a lot of demands on your time as well. So without much of an introduction, I'll turn it to you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me here. And I hope you had a pleasant Davos experience until now. I have to say at the forum, we are deeply proud of our relationship with Pathfinder Group. So thank you very much, Ikram and Zarrar Sehgal, for our legacy and deep friendship over time. Thank you also for hosting the Pakistan Breakfast at Davos and the Digital Pakistan Breakfast now. It's really, really appreciated. And I think it's incredible the work you have been doing and how also you collaborate with all the ecosystem, from the Arsen mobile account in which you coordinated with so many stakeholders to really lift vulnerable people, where a lot of women were involved as well, to now I had the pleasure to spend some time with some of the startups from your startup ecosystem, and it's really incredible the energy and the momentum that on technology you're bringing in the country, and really talks a lot to the spirit of the forum, of bringing all stakeholders together of society to drive innovation forward. At the forum, we have had this mission of bringing everyone together from different sides of society to advance and make progress. We started 56 years ago as a community, continuing gathering people. And then with always the objective to think about every year, how can we make actually more impact? How can we make more progress? We have been evolving over the 56 years. We moved to also then do research, to do reports, and then lately to do impact through our centers. As you previously said, we had our Center for AI Excellence that kicked off in April. We do focus on three main pillars. On one side, it's about scaling AI adoption and innovation, which is a question that here everyone is also thinking about. So there we work with a lot of industries, with a lot of startups as well, on how do we scale, how do we adopt AI in a way that is purposeful, how do we move fast, and how do we rethink also the workflows and the processes that we have in the organizations, and learn a lot from the innovators and also from the young people that are the best, I would say, in adopting and thinking about new ways to adopt AI. Then we have a pillar more around competitiveness. So how it's AI leverage for competitiveness across countries. We have a lot of talks these times about AI sovereignty, but we really believe that we need to rethink AI sovereignty, because in today's world, no one can really have a true AI sovereignty. The AI value chains, it's global. So how can we have and foster collaboration across countries and across regions based on the context of the different countries and their strategic objectives, so that they can really make the most out of AI. And then we have a pillar on governance, safety, and trust. Especially there, we look at how can we keep evolving technologies, how can we keep monitoring the evolving technologies. Now we are working on agents, on AI and word models, AI and quantum, so that we work with the really leading experts on those fields to make sure we think about what are some safety guardrails and red lines we should all keep into account. So it's really I would say, an ecosystem with different stakeholders, and a lot of the priorities align incredibly with also your vision and mission. So we would love to keep strengthening even more our collaboration also beyond events, but throughout the year keep working with you and with your incredible ecosystem. So hopefully next year we'll be here again and talk about what we've been done even more together. So thank you so much, and thank you for the invitation, and hope you have a rest of Davos week.
Thank you very much, Maria. We really appreciate you coming, and I appreciate your words, and we look forward to collaborating with you in the future. I turn next to Salman, our CEO of VRG, who will introduce our other speakers as well, and then ultimately take you through what VRG stands for. You'll hear a lot about, obviously, and I think these numbers you've heard throughout the sessions about, we're very proud about the number of accounts we have, 13.8 million accounts, the number of, female users we have, and so forth. But I think to simplify what VRG and Assam Mobile Account stands for, it's the access to digital finance. And that's what VRG has tried to do, is to democratize the access to digital finance. And that's what we've tried to do in a simplified way, in a neutral way. We work with banks and telecom companies to give the unbanked access to digital finance. And that really has been the key mission for VRG. And so with that, Salman, I'll hand it to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Zarrar. And yes, you guys are, you keep listening about the numbers, the Assam Mobile Account scheme, but let's talk about the impacts and what we are having, the new products coming in on the same platform. And on top of it, there are lots of companies in Pakistan who are just doing this thing, but not the way we are working, or not the way we are addressing the people who are actually want the right solution, not the fancy apps or AIs, right? Sorry for people who are just towards the AI, but you need to have a groundwork first. You need to enable people, then to generate the data, and then work on the AIs and the right solutions for them. So I will stop here because I have certain presentation for you guys, but let's move on to another speaker. A person who I personally recently got in touch, and in just 12 or 13 years, he created a company in 2013, and he is moving to 50 countries. They are operating in 183 cities, the fastest ride-hailing services provided in 50 countries. And apart of this, he's leading nearly 3,000 people, but he's an excellent runner and an athlete as well. So, Mr. Arsen Tomsky.
Thank you very much. Good morning, dear friends, dear Ikram. Thank you so much for allowing me to join the distinguished Pakistan delegation. And I'm first time here in Davos. I came here to see is it a good place to promote of ideas of fair capitalism. And I highly impressed by professionalism of your team. Let's give you a round of applause. Pathfinder team, bravo. And as we don't have Mr. Minister, let me be less formal, okay? I have a speech, but let me skip it and talk with you. Look, now we work in, as in 48 countries and 1,065 cities. The second most download ride-hailing application in the world, and probably the second ride-hailing company by network. But it was not simple to do it, because we started in very remote town in the edge of the world, and long time we didn't have any access to external support, to funding, to tech pool, tech talent pool, and so on. But we found a way how to compete with very large, very aggressive competitors, and we found their weakness. What is this? Who can say? What is the weakness of such companies like Uber, for example? Didi.
Maybe there is no option for bidding or
Business model, yeah? Bidding, okay.
they cannot pivot fast.
Pivot fast, slow. And last, guess?
I think they don't understand the problem of the industry. The clear actual problem that what people are facing and what's the solution they need.
What do you mean, sorry?
I mean, let's say like bidding is one of the things that we need. That is a key need to do the stuff. So what people need.
Okay, good. Look, this is greediness. They are super greedy. They launch a new place. They keep artificially low fares for a long time. They gain monopoly and then start to squeeze the lemon. They start to charge very high take rate commission. They start to raise fares. And sometimes they charge up to 50%. And this is same thing, not just right here. You can see that in food delivery, in booking, and so on and so forth. And this is very good for us. I call such companies like we underdogs. And we found mission here, purpose. And this is very good to have deep purpose in your work. Yeah? And I'm trying to find purpose in all things what I do. Yeah? And I'm trying to change, thank you. I'm trying to change my weaknesses to purposes. For example, as you see, I stutter all my life. Yeah? And this is very hard to build global company if you're not best communicator. Yeah? And also I'm IT guy and introverted, but I use it as a purpose because I want to show people who stutter very inspiring example how you can achieve large success in life. Yeah? And I should stutter more, you see, in the future. And then in the future, I want to use my resources to create some scientific AI research center and solve this multi-thousand-year problem. It's so cool, you see, yeah? And please, if you don't have access to resources, try to find deep purpose in your work, you see. This allows you to win, yeah? So we propose to people fair play business. We charge just about 10% of take rate. And we don't set fares, people do it. They can to negotiate. But you know, yeah, I guess some of you use inDrive, yeah? Yeah. Who uses inDrive, by the way? Oh, cool. And then we actively tell people that to come to us, and they switch to us. Not all, of course, but some of them, and they actively start to invite their social circle to users. And we didn't need to have extensive resources to launch, yeah, because we use this word of mouth effect. Yeah? So this is my way how we built it, and I highly suggest to use the same. Find deep purpose and try to find some weaknesses. And we recently made research with support of Oxford economics, and they confirmed this bidding model with low take rate commission much more beneficial for people, for both sides. Yeah, you can find this research on the internet. Okay, so let me wrap up. And I think Pakistan has three main strategic assets: a young population, entrepreneurial culture, and very strong resilience. Yeah? And this is the foundation of leapfrogging and the bright future of the country. And I humbled and inspiring to be part of this journey to the bright future of the country. Thank you very much. Good luck.
I used to travel a lot, attend most of the meetings like tech meetings and particularly for the World Economic Forum meetings. And whenever I go and lots of people are just, searching for for a person who's having a session, where is that person? Because we want to hear who has changed the dynamics of the retail financial services and the telecom services, particularly in the MENA region. The person, like, he is right now, like, he has served on many boards, and particularly to the Pakistan banks like UBank, PTCL, and lots of the banks as well, having a work as head of multiple verticals of a company called EN. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Khalifa AlShamsi, who is the CEO of EN.
So a small brief about myself and the company, and then we'll talk about digital Pakistan. That's what's important here. So my name is Khalifa AlShamsi. I've been with our company EN, which is a technology and telecom company based in the UAE. We operate today in 20 markets. Our home market, the UAE, Pakistan, of course, and 18 others throughout Asia, Africa, and Europe. Europe we added last year. We did the acquisition in 4 markets, Central and Eastern Europe. I've been with the company for almost 33 years. Actually, before that, the company gave me a scholarship also. So that's another 4.5 years. So it's been, so I've seen the technology in the telecom throughout my career. Started as an engineer building mobile networks, then I switched to commercial marketing, digital services, strategy functions. And then now with the EN in 2022, had the moment to realize what's happening in the industry overall. Because telecom, when I joined it in the early 90s, was the booming sector at the time. I mean, high double digits growth. But in the recent years, and it's very obvious here in Europe, it's not only stagnated in terms of subs and revenue, but it's actually declining due to lack of investment, very high regulation, and small appetite for investment in new bets and a new technology. EN reflected on what's happening in the industries, not only ours, but other industries, and trying to see how can we make a bigger difference moving forward? How can we sustain the interest of even investors into the companies itself? And that's where we launch a new strategy, a bolder strategy, to transform ourselves from a regional telecom player into an international technology company with strong telecom presence. And with that, we started accelerating our growth in the telecom domain and new geography, and this last 4 European markets is an example of that. And we start putting also bets in a new tech domains. And it's great to be here among this tech communities here of Pakistan to have a discussion, which we already started during the breakfast, because we believe on telecom operator to be just doing what you're doing for years, it will not be sustainable for the long term. Because the relationship with the customer, before it was a wow to have a SIM card or to have a data. Now you need to have more services with them, whether it's fintech type of services, which is we have the right as telecom players to play in that domain and to win in that domain, because we have the insight, the customers, the data, the cheaper acquisition cost related, the factory to crunching new product and services. So we started in our 20 markets, 16 markets we're playing fintech, including Pakistan. So this is an area and domain we double down on. Sometimes we do it by building it ourselves from scratch, like we did with our fintech. It's built in-house using our capabilities and insight. Other area, we have to be humble also. Telecom, maybe in the old days, maybe some of them today, they have egos that can do everything themselves. But we have to be humble that we cannot do everything ourselves. So we look at, entrepreneurs, startups, that they can make a difference in a particular industries itself. And for that, we landed on 2 entrepreneurs with a startup that make a big difference in that domain. And both of them happen to be Pakistanis. Yeah, inshallah. So one of them is Kareem Technologies, which is not the Kareem ride-hailing side, but the Kareem technology, everything app side that today is operating in 3 countries, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan, across so many services from food delivery, grocery delivery, fintech type of services, deliver everything and so on, and many more to come, like home service and others. And the other one is Stars Play with Maz. Also, we're 22 markets across the whole North Africa, Middle East, all the way from Morocco to Pakistan. And again, we're working with these entrepreneurs, giving them their own ability to push for the technology, and we're funding it from the investment side and the assets that we have, the customer access, but from a governance perspective, giving them the full control themselves to grow, because they know the business better than us related to that. And the fintech, as we said, we have a fintech domain because we believe as telecom companies, like we solve the connectivity inclusions by virtue of having a mobile phone, a smartphone in every hand for the whole population and market that we're operating in. Same thing also we're doing right now on the fintech domain. Every user, based on a market that we have, should be able to have full financial services. Not only payment, not only local or international payment, not only card, full-fledged financial services. We're pushing more toward investments because people also be able to invest. I will not buy a big mansion in Dubai Palm, but I can take fractional of that and make money out of the appreciation of the property. I'm not gonna buy 1 kg of gold, but I can buy a couple grams of gold or silver and appreciate what's happening around us. So this is a mission that we have to ensure this cuts across all of our markets and moving forward. So this is a little bit about myself and the company, but talking about Digital Pakistan. I mean, we take responsibility also as an investor in Pakistan, as a shareholder of PTCL, to work with all stakeholders. And this is what excites me with the invite to come here to talk about the community. We already kickstart the discussion during the breakfast. Harrison here, he leads our group strategy and the corporate venture capital that we're doing a lot of investments throughout the region itself, but nothing in Pakistan yet. So we're taking commitment. I mean, he did some visits at some universities earlier, but we would like to visit also startup hubs in Pakistan, engaging with either we take a small stake in these companies or we just do partnership even. Because we have access, not only in Pakistan, but these companies, they can have access throughout larger markets in the Middle East. So this is a commitment also we're taking from this engagement that we're doing with that. And as an investor and a shareholder in PTCL, we'll work with the leadership team of PTCL to accelerate a lot of the investment needed in Pakistan. Pakistan deserves to be at a higher maturity level in terms of digital infrastructure than it is today. And inshallah, now we see the government announce the 5G spectrum to come. Fiber is already there, but need to have a lot higher penetrations. And inshallah, balancing that with all the stakeholders, the innovation that comes from within the market itself will be able to accelerate the digital Pakistan and the global index, inshallah, year on year. Also, and the other part that we're doing, apart from even our investment in Pakistan through PTCL, Ufone, and now Telenor, EAN as a company, I'm proudly say, is one of the largest, if not the largest, company that does a lot of its software development, tech outsourcing using Pakistani-based companies. Systems is one, which is, if you ask the CEO, who's your biggest global client, he will tell you it's an EAN group. Because throughout the last 10 years and more of it toward the later years, because I was calculating that for minister, it was $600 million investment inside Pakistani software development company, because we outsource a lot of our development, utilizing the tech talents in Pakistan. And this is, inshallah, will continue to go now where there is more services, solution that we're doing, whether it's in the telecom domain, in the consumer tech domain, or in the EN enterprise domain, which is, there's a lot of focus also on cybersecurity, on IoT, on digital cloud services. So count on us as a business partner of yours. We consider ourselves family to the Pakistan digital community and business community, and we're only can be reached, and we can brainstorm on ideas, thinking, and be able to accelerate that, whether within Pakistan or throughout the region itself. And thank you again for inviting me.
And I'm going to ask Farhan, who is the project coordinator for Citadel. Exactly, and we're already working with PTCL. Yeah, so please just say a few words what we're doing. I just want to step in, change the pattern just for you, because I'm so encouraged by what you said.
So what we're doing now is we are Center of Excellence for Innovation in the region. And we have partnered with OIC Comsec as well. Practically, we are extending our limits to the entire region. And just to put you in information and into the loop, practically, because you are already present in the region, this time around, we just brought in the startup from Pakistan, the AI startups, fintech startup, health tech, education tech, all AI based. We are extending this to the entire OIC region with the collaboration and coordination with the OIC Comsec. And in spring session of WEF in April this year, we'll be bringing in not only the startup from the Pakistan, but from the entire OIC region. So that's the step that we're taking, bringing the region along. So we work in 3 verticals. One vertical is Jumpstart, career jumpstarts. What we do is we bridge the gap in what academia teaches and what industry needs. We are in collaboration with biggest software house organization in Pakistan, which is Pasha. We ratify our curriculum from them, so to understand what industry needs, and what we are in collaboration with a lot of universities, almost entire universities, most of the leading universities of Pakistan. Take their graduates, bridge their gaps, and put them to placements. That's one vertical. The second vertical, the part of it that you have seen, just the 8 startups here. Young man working, collaborating or integrating AI with everything that we do around here. May that be fintech, may that be health tech, maybe education, or in any other field. These all are here with us. And then the third vertical is that where you come in, and as a matter of fact, you come in all the sectors, where we make an endeavor to do an AI or digital transformation of the entire industrial environment in Pakistan and in the region, wherein we not only train the leaders for the needs of 21st century, but transform their organization to the modern digital requirement. That's what we do. And that's where we see that in all the 3 verticals, we look forward to have a collaboration with you, not only to prosper and to jumpstart or accelerate our startup ecosystem, but also help in transforming the digital infrastructure and digital environment in our country and in the region.
I mean, apart from Pakistan being one of our 19 markets under my responsibility, now this month I'm joining PTCL board, so I'll be, most of the time coming physically to Pakistan. So we'll use that to look at the operation, but look at the wider market itself also, and explore more collaboration area.
And actually, Ms. Ramshi, the person who's actually working with PTCL today is in the room here, Mr. Shakil. Yes, he's actually working with PTCL today.
Yeah, we spoke about it in the breakfast.
Actually working with PTCL. So we have something common between both.
Yes, yes. And as I mentioned, if there is opportunity in something that you're doing an excellent job, that is not only applicable for other market, you can take it to other market. Again, if the UAE have seen the talent in Pakistan in the tech industry, whether it's software development or even design, we used to pay for most of our app design utilizing, high-end class global markets players, but then we start experimenting with the Pakistani specialized in user UI UX development and design, and we've seen great talent available. So this is where sometimes you can guide us also, that there is a hub of capabilities in this domain or in this domain, and then we can always experiment, test. If you have that capability and you can be a reliable partner, then of course Pakistan will take precedent as it is taking it right now among all of our countries. So I'm hoping for a brighter and more collaboration.
Thank you. And what I'll do is I'll take this opportunity to have the other guy from Citadel also says a few words. He's here in Imran.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm Imran and I'm part of Pathfinder Citadel. And Citadel is upskilling, innovation, and entrepreneurship platform. PTCL is the largest telco in Pakistan. So PTCL has a collective reach of over 70 million plus users. Upskilling it can benefit Pakistan and Middle Eastern markets. We have youth bulge. We can train, upskill this talent, which can fit into PTCL and in the Middle Eastern markets, UAE market, Saudi market, other markets. And then innovation and entrepreneurship, that's where we can create the growth engine. As you know, founders like Sehgal, we can find more Sehgals from Pakistan.
Yes.
Through Pakistan, Pathfinder Citadel. We would love to collaborate at a strategic level with PTCL.
Thank you very much. So National Line is a very dynamic lady. It's been like just few days I came to know her. She was the state guest before coming here in Pakistan. She's an advisor on AI and working with different governments for the strategic alliances for making their strategies and governance platforms. And they advise them that how to build these sort of solutions and these governance platforms and policies. So over to you, Alina.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm Alina Timofeeva. Good morning. So it's such a great pleasure being with you today once again. As mentioned, I had an opportunity to visit Pakistan last year and to meet Pasha, PSEP. I've seen the Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister, the Minister of Technology, but more importantly, I've seen firsthand, what are the key objectives in terms of growth, investment into digital and the youthful population. So I was invited as part of DFDI initiative by Her Excellency Dima Yahya, so in line with the cooperation of Middle East and Pakistan as well. So from my perspective, I'm a senior advisor in data and AI. I run my own company, and currently I'm based in Saudi Arabia. So I work across Middle East, largely in Saudi Arabia at the moment. And I've been working a lot around UK, Europe, historically. So over the last 12 months, I had an opportunity to travel as well across many, many countries like Pakistan, China, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, and speak both to the more ministerial level of senior officials, but also, to the people on the ground. And essentially, everybody wants to see, some of the ROI of the AI, but not purely in terms of the numbers on the investment, but the normal people, they want to see the change which it's going to bring to their lives. So people are optimistic that it's going to help them make it more efficient or more simple in terms of some of their daily tasks, and they really want AI to work out. So my background is I trained as a scientist in maths in Russia as in one of the best universities, actually in the best university, which is called Moscow State University. And at the time, I used to study intelligent automation and intelligent systems. So it was very, very theoretical for me at the time, but now I see it's an opportunity, both at national agenda in line with the vision of all the countries to make an impact on the humanity. So yesterday, His Excellency, the Finance Minister, he talked about some of the initiatives around AI, which are happening in Pakistan. So some of it is about the upskilling, some of it is, about using some of the use cases to make an impact. And I think what we see in Davos this year in comparison to last year Last year, everybody was saying AI is fabulous. AI is going to change the world. But now you would observe, even if you just walk down the promenade, that it's more like, how can we make AI work? How can we make AI scale? And essentially what we've seen with many people is that the early adopters, they have put a lot of investment, a lot of money, but they haven't yet seen the return on investment. And actually it's hard for them to scale. So many of the C-suite colleagues with who I get to speak or work, they are questioning, when will they see the return on investment? So I've been working a lot with the technologies before AI became a hype, and some of them were like quantum some of them were cloud, or just some of the more simple cyber IT technologies. And what we typically see is that the transformation actually takes time. So it's going to be very unusual that if you listen to OpenAI or Anthropic, who's releasing new models constantly, that, in next 3 months, we're going to transform our enterprise and, the world is going to change. So actually what we observe right now is if you look at the enterprises, whether a large or a small one, many of them are not really using AI to transform the design, to transform their operations, to transform the actual, processes. What many of them are doing, which you see have been successful, is, for example, using Copilot for some of the simple tasks, or using, some of the models in terms of research or in terms of financial forecasts and before. But we haven't yet touched, on transforming the whole end-to-end process and operating model. So I think if we talk about Pakistan specifically, there is a big agenda about growth, which we discussed yesterday, and there is an opportunity, to learn from some of the countries or some of the companies that already tried it. And one of the key lessons is perhaps that technology is maybe 10% of transformation, and we have the models, we have the large language models from which we can learn. Then, of course, there is data. There are a lot of discussions on whether data is, because US models were trained on US data, but they don't necessarily culturally represent, either Middle East or in Pakistan, the Pakistan. So there is more to be done there, of course. But the third most important thing, which I want to mention today, is more the change management, the culture and the people. And essentially, whether it's a large organization or even a smaller business, it's looking at the opportunity to design or, to change the process to be more, AI first. And that's where, some of the questions which come up is, number one, are we getting the value from the AI? And I think we mentioned before that AI is such a buzzword, but actually it's all about the people and the citizens and, the people on the ground, whether they really benefit from it. So it's number one. Number two, a lot of it is around, are you changing the process? Are you making it really easier? Or is it just on top of the existing processes you are designing something else? And the third one, of course, is the responsible AI, which is ethical, because there have been concerns when AI was misused by cyber criminals, or perhaps for deep fakes, or even, led to suicides and beyond. So I'll end on a positive note, really, because my journey to Pakistan has been, truly inspiring, and I see that there is a lot of ambition and a lot of potential in terms of using technologies, in terms of getting investment. But the main thing, perhaps, to get investment and to support it is the trust. And with the trust is actually showing the change, the transformation, which may not be the technology and data only, but more the change management. And the final thought is AI, a lot of people talk about it, but ultimately it's for humanity and thinking about what are the things which are really going to transform us. And, I think in Pakistan there is a lot of opportunity. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Khalifa AlShamsi has to go away, and I'm so grateful to him for coming. And get actually a overview, real cross-section view, which I'm sure is an education on both sides to understand where we are. Because difficult to understand a country. But I really am happy to note the amount of things that you're doing on a broad cross section. And I think not only us in Pakistan, I think we can also act as a bridge to others in Pakistan. Right? You know, the 200 startups that were looked at by neutral umpires, then came down to 60, then came down to 20, and the 8 are sitting here. So something like this, and we can really, and I'm inspired what you said about it. So thank you, Mr. Khalifa AlShamsi, for being here, and I really am. Thank you.
Announcement, yeah. And, within support Pakistani tech the ecosystem, we supported important research from Tadjirham. And soon we will get it and we will publish on social media of the company. Okay? And you can use this report to present Pakistani ecosystem to the foreign to investors. Second, we are creating a special fund that our VC to support female tech entrepreneurs. So please apply. Okay, if you are the female tech entrepreneur. And third, let me remind that we are running internal VC fund, $100 million size. And last year we made the first investment in Pakistani startup. It was ClearMart. So if you want, you can apply to. Thank you very much.
So VRG, Virtual Remittance Gateway, we're the unique company in Pakistan having 2 licenses. One is for the payment service operator, and the second one is the third-party service provider. As an aggregator of our telecom services, especially on the USSD. We are actually working very closely with the State Bank and the Ministry of Finance, and especially with the PTA and the World Bank. And the financial inclusion in Pakistan is now taking a very good stride. Like we actually played a very good part by introducing a new platform 3 years back, which is called as a Sun mobile account. Everybody heard about, like in every speech, everybody's saying the Sun mobile account. So it runs on feature phone, it runs on smartphones as well. But in Pakistan, in 200, like Khalifa AlShamsi is not here, but I want to just make a comment that in Pakistan, there are 200 million subscribers of telecom. And out of which 43% are using feature phones still. We are talking about 85 million users who are using feature phones. And they are the real masses who actually wants to be included in the financial ambit. So we have introduced this platform to those people. And in just last 38 months, we have acquired 13.6 million accounts. This is the live counter right now in front of you. This is the live counter. We have processed nearly 208 billion rupees up to now from our platform. But the good part is, not even a single fraud happened on this platform as per the State Bank of Pakistan. The second one, which I'm very admired of, like I'm very pro towards women empowerment, especially from our family as well. 38% women accounts. Out that previously it was 18%. It's a remarkable achievement, but still there is a gap, and we are working on it. And I'll show you that what we are now doing to reduce this gap as well. Let me show you a quick statistics of this. So especially on this side, when on the province-based segregations, so I have the data. We're the only company in Pakistan, by the way, who have the telecom and the banking data available on a single platform. So we're in the high radars of State Bank and PTA with a high level of security of the data. And this data is currently being used by the PTA and State Bank to drive the policies, and especially for the National Financial Inclusion Strategy 2024. State Bank have have all this data and drive the policies according to the sectors. So especially I again wants to emphasize on others, that is 4.15%. I can give you a stat that a lady who's right now sitting in FATA is using my platform, and on the best platform, what sort of transactions she are executing, and on what transaction and what the amount value is. So this is the strength of the system. By using the data, by using this technology, you can reach out to the masses. And number 2, drive the policies and drive the right products for them. So this is very, very, very interesting. Moving on to the next one. what we did for the farmers, like farmers contribute nearly 20% of the GDP in Pakistan. Last year, same place, World Economic Forum, same event, Digital Pakistan Breakfast, we have launched agri-inclusion. At that time, I have onboarded 3,75,000 something odd farmers on my platform. As we speak, it's more than 500,000 farmers using this platform. And this platform is now not only serving them through USSD, who are using the feature phones. The good part is that payments, fund transfer is easy. They are applying for a loan, and the loan will be either rejected or approved within the 4 hours. It is approved directly, the money directly transferred in their account. I'm working with ZTBL, the biggest, largest agricultural bank of Pakistan. And as we speak, my team is right now at the places, and we are having a technical integration going on. And we are now working on technology-based advisory services, like for the crops, for the market rates, for the soil monitorings and everything. And this all information is available on USSD technology, not on any mobile app, not on any fancy app. So this is the real enablement what we are doing in the farmer sector. The next one is very important. These are very recently a very, very big drive going on in Pakistan, especially for the SMEs. To enable SMEs on a digital payment means a low-income person used to go to a retailer shop or a Kirana store and wants to make a digital payment. State Bank is doing a very good job, placing all the QR codes everywhere. My biggest question is, what about those 43%, 85%, 85 million people who are not having a mobile phone, a smartphone, how they will pay digitally through by using QR? They have just only one option. That is my platform, USSD. So we have created a platform that is right now live with the HBL, where anybody can go, dial *262#, go to a small Kirana store, a small retailer shop, buy some eggs and bread, and just dial *262#, check the merchant. There is a code, till code, 8-digit till code below the QR code. Just put it down, send the money directly. Digital transaction happen on a real-time basis. 55 million retailers, SMEs are currently operating in Pakistan. See the biggest opportunity we have. And that's what State Bank and we all are working towards it. So again, using the technology is USSD, and so USSD, yes, USSD. If someone in the audience says like, we are really having a really efficiency, like we soon have an option of 5G. Well, I have a very different opinion. Like 5G is very good for Pakistan. Just 2% of the people having 5G phones in Pakistan. What is the business case here? So the problem is that we don't have the mobile sets available for the 5G mobile sets are quite so expensive, very expensive. So again, that segment remains on 4G and USSD technology. So USSD will not go from Pakistan by having the 5G in the coming 5 years. So just mark these words. Anyways, so this is one of the biggest things which we are working, and it is live, and we recently have launched this thing, and we have seen very good results. I quickly want to jump on a very interesting thing that, okay, the interoperability of the ATMs are there in Pakistan, the interoperability of USSD available through VRG. What else is remaining? To complete the whole ecosystem is to create more touch points. Now, in Pakistan, as we speak, 18,000 something odd branches are available. Nobody is going to a branch because branch is not available, but there is a person who is available in every part of Pakistan, that is an agent. The agent of telecom or a bank. And the very unfortunate part is that those agents are working in silos. They only work with their own bank. They're not treating the other customers, other bank customers. So 3 years back, we have introduced an idea to State Bank that let's make this an agent a universal agent. That agent, which is right now 700,000 in Pakistan, they are operating in all the remote areas everywhere, from metropolitan city to the third tier city as well, even to the, I must say, to even to the Pabbi and Bhakkar, where I personally have visited and see this. And then make all these agents as universal agents. Means a person, a customer of bank A will go to an agent of bank B and perform cash in and cash out transactions. Imagine 7 lakh new branches or touch points, which is available after 5 p.m. till 1 a.m. in the morning. You see a drastic change of cash handlings, cash movements, and that become cashless. So we have introduced a platform which is called Agent Interoperability. And in August 24, we have been mandated by the State Bank. We have conducted a pilot, successful, and that system is now launched. It's live in Pakistan. 1,27,386 agents of Easy Paisa is right now accepting payments of HBL Connect customers, and particularly the 22,000 Food Panda riders who are having an account on HBL. They are actually used to submit all the money at 11 p.m., 10 p.m., and cash out, cash in, cash out in the morning as well. And this is one of the biggest case for Arsen, for your captains. This is one of the biggest case that your captains can directly, when they have the cash in their hands, they don't have to worry about like it's 11 p.m. in the night. They can search to and they can go to any of the agent and put the money in. So they can easily handle their money, and the money can be directly deposited into your base pool account. So this is one of these cases, but there are many lots of other cases coming up. The system is launched on 26 November 2025. Up till now, we have observed a overall transactions amount of nearly 1 billion rupees up till now. It's progressing very fast. And the last one is very surprising for me, and why it's surprising because we are the member, we have been selected by the World Economic Forum for 1 billion life challenge for Edison Alliance. And Pakistan stood third among all the countries, particularly for this stream. They're supposed to complete in 2026, 2027, and that actually completed in mid-2025. So they have launched a new the community, which is called GRIP, Global Regulatory Innovation. And this platform, and Pathfinder Group and VRG become the member of that platform. So, and the purpose is to implement or to having a studies and solutions which actually works both with the government and the private entity and impacting the low-end people. So again, AMA is there. What's next is agent interoperability. So we have submitted a case study which is been requested by the World Economic Forum to the very particular, they have selected around 50 odd companies, members to submit. We have submitted this case study. The deadline was 5th January. So we did that. And yesterday at the Congress Center, in the intelligence website, our case study has been approved, it's been submitted, and it's been live right now. So let me show this thing. So this is again a feather in the cap for Pathfinder and for the VRG, and now we are also working with them to how to replicate these same models to the other developing countries. So this is something which I have, and I particularly say that it's time to collaborate. Yes, what Khalifa AlShamsi says, what Arsen said. Right? These are the things, and we are the enablers, and we have the reach to the masses. Let's capitalize. Let's build products on this. Let's build up more AI products on this platform, because I'm the enabler and you are actually the last mile reacher. So I'm giving you this platform to reach, and you can introduce your product. So we are open for this. More collaboration means more strength to both the organizations. I just heard on a few days back, and he's also a brilliant idea on these sort of agent working, and said, let us collaborate. But yes, especially when we are talking about this data is very critical. The data which we have is very critical. We need to protect our data. We need to use the data in the right way. And at the end, we are talking about low segment people who can be robbed, who can be cheated very easily. So we need to protect them as well from our product. So this is something which I want to say, especially because this AMA platform is right now a role model for State Bank and what World Economic Forum, being recognized by 3 times as World Economic Forum. So we need to ensure that all the data which we are actually having and what the products we are building on this data, by using this data, should remain as it is. So on these words, I must say once again that Pakistan has a great potential, particularly when it comes to payments, when it comes to financial services, and especially when it comes to AI. We are still working or learning AI. No, it's call to action now. Let's practically done something, right? Just practically implement something. We have the data now. Why not? We are not having the local LLM up till now in Pakistan. In UAE, we have 4 LLMs, Arabic LLMs available. So there's a lot because of the data. So we have the data. If anybody has any good idea to serve the people, and especially for the low-income segments, please come to us, join us, let's work together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Salman. Thank you, the entire panel. I think we've had a very interesting discussion, despite the fact that unfortunately the finance minister couldn't come. But I think what this discussion showed was the amount of potential waiting to be exploited in Pakistan, and to be positively exploited in a manner that is beneficial both to the person and the individual and to the country. So I think with that, I think I will thank all of you. I will say we'll assemble here again at 10:30 for the startups presentation. And because at that point of time, we just give 1 hour for people to assemble. Thank you, everybody. And Zarrar has to travel, so I think I'll cut this short and say thank you very much.